Welcome, children. Welcome to the class. Bassanio, this were kindness. Shylock says that he will be very kind by giving money to them, and he is not going to take any interest. And he is very happy to hear that. Bassanio is very happy. He says, very, very kind of you that you are willing to give money to us. Shylock, this kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary. I'll show you all this kindness. First of all, go along with me, okay, to notary. Notary, actually, he says, seal me there your single bond. Notary is actually a special lawyer for drawing up the deeds or contracts. So he says, okay, come on with me to the notary, and there will seal me there your single bond. You sign the bond there. Single bond signed by a single person. And in a merry sport, and for a pleasant joke, if you repay me not on such a day, in such a place, such sum or sums are as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh. And for fun's sake, for a pleasant joke, for a joke, if you do not pay the money on the day fixed, in the place, so and so place or so and so day, the sum or the sums that is expressed in the document, in the deed, according to the terms of the contract, let the forfeit be nominated. Let the forfeit be nominated. Let me take the penalty named as, and the penalty taken will be equal to a pound. Equal means exactly pound of your flesh. That means he says that if you fail to pay 3,000 ducats in 3 months' time, just for fun's sake, it's not serious. Don't take it seriously. Just for fun's sake, just let us sign one deal where this agreement will be written that if you don't pay the 3,000 ducats in 3 months' time, then I will get the chance to take a pound of flesh from your body. Okay. To be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me. So that I can cut and take from whichever part of the body I please. Okay. It's just for fun. Don't take it seriously, he says. So this dialogue of Shylock, you have to write, learn and write. Antonio, content in faith. I will see to such a bond. He says, I agree to this. Certainly I am ready to sign such a bond. And say there is much kindness in the Jew. And I'll say that Jew is a very kind fellow. Bassanio, you shall not seal to such a bond for me. He says, no, you will not sign such a contract for my sake. I will rather dwell in my necessity. I would rather prefer to live with my own necessity. I'll rather live like this than you sign such a bond for me. Antonio, why fear not, man? I will not forfeit it. Come on, don't be afraid. Don't get frightened. I am not going to lose. I will not forfeit it. Actually, the word forfeit has the meaning, which if you want, you can write down. And if you are asked in the exam, you should be able to write what is forfeit also. To lose something or have something taken away from you because you have done something wrong. So here, Shylock is going to give 3,000 ducats. Antonio, if he is not able to pay the 3,000 ducats in 3 months' time, then Shylock can take a pound of flesh as a penalty from Antonio's body. Within these 2 months, that's a month before this bond expires, I do expect return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond. He said, don't worry. Before within 2 months' time, that is a month before this bond expires, that is before 3 months. Within 2 months, this bond is for 3 months. But within 2 months' time, I am expecting thrice 3 times the value of this bond. That is 9 times the value of the bond. I'm expecting that. Thrice 3 times. That is 3 into 3. Shylock, oh, Father Abraham, what these Christians are, whose own heart dealings teach them suspect the thoughts of others. Oh, Father Abraham, what type of these people these Christians are? Because they, whose own heart dealings teaches them suspect the thoughts of others. Their own, these people are not true. So they also suspect the intentions of others. As they suspect others also in the same manner. Pray you tell me this. I request you, please tell me. If he should break this his day, what should I gain by the exaction of the forfeiture? Tell me one thing. Why do you bother so much? Why are you so much worried? If at all he is not able to pay the money in 3 months' time, that is, if he breaks or if he fails to pay the money, what will I get by taking a pound of flesh as penalty? Tell me, what will I get? A pound of man's flesh taken from a man? Taking a pound of flesh from a man is not so estimable, is not so valuable, profitable neither. It is not even profitable as flesh of muttons, beefs, or goats. This is of no value as mutton, beef, or goats. I say to buy his favor, I extend this friendship. I only say these words to extend my friendship, only to get his favor. Whose favor? Antonio's favor. To get to act so that he becomes friendly to me, to get his friendship, to be friendly with him. I speak these things. If he will take it, so if not, adieu. If he accepts it, it's okay. Otherwise, goodbye. Adieu, goodbye. And for my love, I pray you wrong me not. But don't think that I have any ill will in my offering. For my love, I pray you wrong me not. Don't misunderstand me for my act of love. I'm doing it out of love only. Please don't misunderstand me. Antonio, why Shylock? Yes, Shylock, I will seal unto this bond. Yes, surely, Shylock, I will surely sign this bond. Shylock, then meet me forthwith at the notary's. In that case, come and meet me at the notary's office. Notary is actually uh, the whole dialogue of Shylock, the previous dialogue of Shylock, you have to write, learn there and learn it thoroughly. Shylock asks these people to come to the notary. Notary is actually a special officer, advocate, you can say, a lawyer, whose work is to draw the deed. Draw means is not drawing, write the agreement there. Give him direction for this very bond. Tell him about this funny bond, and I will go and purse the ducats straight. Meantime, I'll go and I'll go home and bring the money immediately. See to my house. And also I want to ensure that my house is safe. Left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave. Because I have left the house in the hands of an unreliable person who is an unthrifty knave, because he's an spendthrift, servant, and presently I'll be with you. Immediately I'll be back. He doesn't believe his servant. Who is his servant? His servant is Lancelot. So he says, I have left my house in the hands of a servant who is not a reliable person. To that fellow, I have given the house keys, or I have handed over the house and I have come. Let me go home and see once what is happening, and then I'll be back immediately. Antonio, he the gentleman, gentle Jew. Hurry up, gentle Jew. Meantime, Shylock goes out of the stage. The Hebrew will turn Christian if he grows kind. The Hebrew refers to the Jew. This Jew will become a Christian if he becomes kind, if he becomes generous. Bassanio, I like not fair terms and a villain's mind. I don't I don't believe the kind words from a villain's mouth. Who is considered villain here? Villain is Shylock. Antonio, come on. In this, there can be no dismay. He says, come on. There is nothing to fear. My ships come home a month before the day. He says, don't fear, don't worry, because my ships are going to come 1 month before the day. Which day? Before the bond expires. When? Before the bond expires. It will take 3 months for the bond to expire, but my ships are going to be back within 2 months. Saying this, all of them move out of the stage. Now we move to Act 2, Scene 1. The scene takes place in Belmont, a room in Portia's house. Actually, this is the place where the lottery of caskets is going to take place. And we have seen that in the previous part of the drama, many suitors came. And when they came to know about the terms and conditions of the bond, the caskets, the lottery of caskets, they withdrew from that place. They said, no, we don't want to try. But here we find a person, one suitor has come and he wants to try. So what is appearance versus reality? We get an idea. We find it's a room in Portia's house, flourish of cornets. Enter the Prince of Morocco and his train, Portia, Nerissa, and other of her attendants. Here train is given. There's not a train coming. Nobody comes like in the childhood as you used to play, the game of train. One is the engine and others run behind him, making the sound of a train, like steam engine. That is not the scene here. Here, train means all the servants and attenders and all those people who are noblemen, whoever is there, all those people who come. Because here, the one who has come, the suitor is the Prince of Morocco. Morocco is a country in African part. So they are blacks. So when the prince is coming behind him, so many people will come for his safety or for all the other needs. Morocco. Dislike me not for my complexion. Don't dislike me for my complexion. Complexion, color of skin. As I told you, Morocco means they are blacks. Their complexion is very dark. You should not say my skin is white or my skin is black. No. Here you should say the complexion is dark or fair. So don't dislike me for my dark color skin, for my complexion. The shadowed livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am a neighbor and near bred. The shadowed livery. The dark uniform, you can say. The dark uniform of what? The skin is dark in color. So he considers it as a dark uniform. is because of the burnished sun, because of the bright sun. To whom I am a neighbor. To whom I am a neighbor means it's not that you're neighbor of a sun. Uh, Nobody can go very close to sun. It's very, very hot. Only to, he means to say that the sun rays fall, sun is closer. If you see the earth, the places near the equator, they have the direct rays of the sun, and that is the reason in those regions people's complexion is darker. When you expose yourself in the sun for a longer time, your skin becomes dark. So the skin also depends upon the climatic conditions of a place. In the southern part of India, we find most of the people are darker in complexion compared to the northern part of India. The reason is there the climate is comparatively cool. I said comparatively cool, not it is very cold. In summer it's very hot, in winter it's very cool. But we don't find such climatic condition in the southern part of India. It's very hot in summer, but not so cool in winter. Okay, I agree. The climate is changing slowly, but not that much as we find in the northern part of India. So he says, the Prince of Morocco says that I am the neighbor, means here the sun rays fall straight. So he uh, he belongs to a hot country which is near to the equator. And equator seems to be comparatively, if you take the whole earth into consideration, equator is comparatively nearer to the sun compared to the other parts of the earth. Where bring me the fairest creature northward born, where the Phoebus fire scarce thaws the icicles. He says that bring me the fairest born in the north. Bring a person who is fair in complexion, who is born in the northern part of the earth. Bring that person. Where Phoebus actually is a classical name of god sun. Sun god's classical name is Phoebus, where the sun's heat hardly thaws the icicles. The hardly melts or reaches the icicles. Icicles are actually long pointed spikes of ice. When the water drops slowly, as it is dropping down, slowly that freezes and that forms like spikes. You find this kind of term in geography, icicles. They are long pointed spikes of ice. So here, the sun is not very hot and it hardly melts the ice. And let us make incision of for your love. We both of them, both refers to the one who has come from the northern part of the earth, that person, and me. Me refers to Morocco, the Prince of Morocco. Both of us, let us make incision for your love. We'll put a cut on the body in some place. We both will cut our body, and then why will we do that? Both of us will cut for your love. Whose love? Portia's love. To prove whose blood is reddest. To see whose blood is reddest. We don't find that somebody's blood is very red and somebody's not. It has nothing to do, isn't it? Blood is red, that's all. Whether your skin is dark in complexion or your skin is fair in complexion. His or mine. Then we can see his blood is red or my blood is red. My refers to Prince of Morocco. I tell thee, lady, this aspect of mine hath feared the valiant. I tell you, lady, who is the lady here? Lady Portia. This aspect of mine, this appearance of mine, how I appear, this appearance of mine hath feared the valiant, has frightened even the Brave people, the courageous men were frightened seeing me. Who says that? Prince of Morocco. I swear the best regarded virgins of our clime. I bet, I tell you, that I swear that the best regarded, most respected virgins, young girls of our clime, of our country, have loved it too. They also liked me very much. One thing you have to see is when all the people are black, then there is no question of liking a person whose complexion is fair. So here he says that in my country, many respected young girls from respectable families, they also have liked my appearance. It is but natural, isn't it? Because all the people are of black in complexion. I would not change this hue except to steal your thoughts. I'm not ready to change my color except to win your affection. Your affection refers to Portia's affection. My gentle queen. He addresses her as my gentle queen. So this dialogue of Morocco is very important. Put a tick mark there and write learn. Portia. In terms of choice, I am not solely led by nice direction of a maiden's eyes. She says, in terms of choice, when it comes to choosing, as far as choice is concerned, I'm not just carried away. I'm not entirely influenced by the attractive looks which pleases a young lady's eyes, by nice direction of a maiden's eyes. Means what appears to me beautiful, I can't choose that. I don't choose on the basis of the appearance. Besides, the lottery of my destiny bars me the right of voluntary choosing. Besides this, there is one more thing. The lottery of the lottery which is designed by my father. My fate is decided by the lottery, and that restricts me the right to choose anybody voluntarily. I can't choose anybody as I wish. If my father had not scanted me, if my father had not restricted me, because my father has restricted me, that I can't make any choice. Only the one who chooses the right casket gets the chance to um, marry me, and I have nothing to do with anything else. So, if my father had not restricted me like this and hedged me by his wit, if he had not bounded me, if he has not bounded me by his wit, wisdom, to yield myself his wife who wins me by that means I told you. Because I only can marry a person who chooses me, who chooses the right casket, wins me as his wife. As I have told you earlier, that it is not me to select a person, but according to my father's will, as he has devised the plan of a lottery system, according to which the one who chooses the right casket will get the chance to marry me. Then stood as fair as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection. In such a situation, yourself renowned prince, you renowned prince, then stood as fair, you are also as good as any comer I have looked on yet for my affection. You are equal to anybody else here. As far as I have seen, you also have the equal right. I can't say because you are dark in complexion, you cannot choose. I don't say like that. I only have to obey. My father has devised the plan. I have to obey that plan. If you choose the right casket, I am ready to marry you. So nothing is there in my hands. I only have to obey my father has decided. Morocco. Even for that, I thank you. I thank you for this. Therefore, I pray you lead me to the caskets. I request you, please take me to the caskets to try my fortune so that I may try my luck. So the previous dialogue of Portia, please put a tick mark and write learn. When I say write learn, the reason is you write there learn so that whenever you learn these lines, you should be thorough with this, because there is a possibility of framing the questions in a better way. So you should be able to answer those questions. Lead me to the caskets to try my fortune. I want to try my luck. Please take me to the caskets. By this scimitar that slew the Sophie and a Persian prince, that won 3 fields of Sultan Solomon, I would outstay the sternest eyes that look, outbrave the heart most daring on the earth. So he has a scimitar, a short, scimitar is actually a short, curved sword. What do you call sword? No, sword. A short, curved sword. Scimitar is that. So, that slew the Sophie and a Persian prince. Sophie, the emperor of Persia. I have cut the throat of the Shah of Persia and a Persian prince that won 3 fields of Sultan Solomon. Solomon, here is the Turkish Sultan, continuously was at war with Persia. So here it is the reference to that person, a Persian prince who had won 3 battles against the Sultan of Turkey. So that person I could kill. I would outstay the sternest eyes that look. I would defy the sternest, I would defy the most fierce looks of the eyes that look, outbrave the heart most daring on the earth. I am also ready to challenge the brave men on this earth, pluck the young sucking cubs from the she-bear. I can also pluck, snatch away the young sucking cubs from the she-bear. You know, especially you take any animal, human beings or animals, when the mother is feeding the child, mother will not allow you to take away the children from her at that minute. So it is a big challenge to pluck the sucking cubs from the she-bear. Yeah, mock the lion when he roars for prey. And even you can challenge the hungry lion when it is roaring for the prey. How does it roar? It roars. It roars, challenge it. That also I can do to win thee, lady. What he has given so many things. How he can with this scimitar, he can slew the Shah of Persia and outstare the sternest eyes that look, and then challenge the most brave men on the earth, pluck the young sucking cubs of she-bear, and challenge the lion which roars for prey. All these, there are 3-4 things he can do. You have to learn them. All these he can do. Why? Only to win the lady, to win you, lady. Who is the lady? Portia. But alas, the while. But alas, so sad. Why so sad? The sadder part of it is, here in the choice of caskets, there is no chance for any bravery. Only it is purely based on luck. So here he need not show his bravery. He can do all these brave deeds to win Portia. But he is so sad that it has nothing to do with the bravery. If Hercules and Lichas play at dice, which is the better man, the greater throw may turn for by fortune from the weaker hand. Now he gives another example. This also is very important. If Hercules and his servant Lichas, Hercules is the Superman of Greek mythology, a very strong person, and his servant Lichas. They both are playing the game of dice. Dice is what you have square in shape, or it will be uh, long in elongated in shape. So if they are playing the game of dice, which is the better man? Who is the winner? Who is to decide who is the better person? The greater throw may turn by fortune from the weaker hand. It so happens that, for example, if you're playing the game of Ludo, you have a dice, you throw a dice. For that, throwing a dice, you don't need any strength. If you just throw, you may get 6 or you may get 2. If it is so that if you get 6, you may win, and if you get 2, you may lose. So does it depend upon the strength of a person? No. It depends upon the luck of a person. The same way, if Hercules and Lichas are playing the game, and that game should decide that who is the better man, and the greater throw, maybe that number 6, it's just an example, don't think it is 6 there only, there also. If that greater number comes from a servant's hand, the greater throw may turn by fortune, luckily, from the weaker hand. Weaker hand, Licha, the servants. So is Alcides beaten by his page? In that case, Alcides is the other name given to Hercules. So Alcides will be defeated by his page, by his servant, Lichas. When they both are playing the game, whoever gets the bigger number may win, or anybody can win. It's not necessarily master should win or the servant should win. At times in the game, a servant also can win. And so, may I, blind fortune leading me, miss that which one unworthier may attain and die with grieving. Here, blind fortune. Fortune is said to be blind, is depicted blind. Unaccountable variations is seen in her while dispensing to mankind. Fortune doesn't see that he is a strong man. Fortune is said to be personified as a human being. Fortune, luck. Luck is taken as a person. Luck is taken as a person, as considered to be a person. How? For example, what is personification? Let us see once again. A chair is there. A chair says, it speaks. A chair cannot speak, but it speaks like a human being. It says, I have 4 legs, 2 hands. In the class, the chair is generally used by a teacher. But at times when teacher is not there, the children come and they sit on me. They kick me with their legs. It's very painful to me. They push me. In this way, the chair is trying to express its feelings. So here, the chair is personified. In the same way, luck also is personified here, taken as a person. What the luck does, that it starts distributing things to everybody. How will it distribute? It will not see that this person is very beautiful, so I must give good things to them. This person is ugly, so bad things. No, luck is said to be blind. It cannot see. And when you cannot see, how will you give? The people sitting there, you just give random. Maybe if I have 10 chocolates, in those 10 chocolates, some are 5 stars and some are ordinary chocolates. All of you are sitting. If my eyes are closed, I'll just take out and give. I don't know whom I'm giving what. The same way, luck also doesn't know whom she is giving what. At times, we find that an ugly person is very intelligent person is very dull, no intelligence at all. A very beautiful person may not be intelligent. So anything can happen. So in this way, he says, there is very less chance for me to win. And I may miss this, I may miss this, which an unworthy person may win it. In this case, if I don't win and somebody else wins it, I will die out of grief, says Morocco, Prince of Morocco. Portia says, you must take your chance and either not attempt to choose at all or swear before you choose. If you choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Therefore, be advised. She's, therefore, be advised. Portia says, think carefully. You must take your chance. In fact, either you must not choose at all, or you should swear before you choose. The conditions, what are the conditions given to him? That you don't choose at all. But if you choose, you have to take an oath. That if you choose wrong, who is that? You refers to Morocco. If he chooses wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. He should never speak to any lady in the subject of marriage. Therefore, think carefully before you make a choice. Don't choose. But if you choose, there's one condition. If you lose, you are not supposed to marry anybody else. Morocco, nor will not. Come, bring me unto my chance. No, I will not. Come on, take me to the caskets. Portia, first forward to the temple. She says, okay, let us first go to the temple. Temple is the private chapel. As we have a chapel in the school, no? Small church in the school, that is known as chapel. So they go to the temple, that is a private chapel. After dinner, your hazard shall be made. After the dinner, you can gamble, you can risk, you can take the risk, she says. Morocco, good fortune then. May I be lucky, he thinks. To make me blessed or cursed among men. He says the choice will make me most happy or the most cursed among men. Most cursed among men. Why? Because if he makes a wrong choice, he will be the most cursed one. But if he chooses the right, he will be the happiest one because he gets the chance to choose Portia. With this, we end the class.